Okay, this experience is kind of like shocking to me because it almost sounds like too much. But I was, and this was, I was totally awake. I wasn't asleep or in a dream. And I was remembering an experience that I had, and I said, "Oh no, here we go again. I have to deal with these entities that are trying to mess with me." So I was going to negotiate or talk to them, and all of a sudden, behind me appeared this being that it looked like it was shining like 100 white suns, and I'm like, what is that? What is that? And when I looked at the being shining like 100 white suns, I couldn't see the face or the upper part of the body, and I kept wavering because I couldn't hold my balance or my indifference, and my true self didn't seem to be kicking in like it usually does. And I was seeing different timelines and different time frames, and I was starting to get a little dizzy from looking at this beam that was shining like 100 white suns. When all of a sudden, finally, my true self kicked in, I was able to balance and be centered and be in difference and hold myself there. And then I went behind her. When I went behind the being, I realized it was a woman. She also had this crystal clear bubble that surrounded her, but if she extended her arm or her feet, I could see the feet, and I could see that she was wearing some sort of like tight outfit, but it was crystal clear. I mean, just pure crystal clear. And she had these like little boots that went up to her ankle, but it was crystal clear. Everything was crystal clear. Anyways, on her right hand, she had the sword, and it was a double-edged sword. And so from then I went back to my other body that was I was trying to keep it focused and balanced, and because I was going to still try to talk to these entities. Anyway, she put up the sword and she said, "This is the sword of ISSSNISS, and with one swipe, they will all go into the phantom zone." And I thought, what? There's a sword of ISSSNISS? What are you talking about? I was like, and I said, "Hold on there, superhero girl. Let me see if I could talk to them first." And when I turned around, they were gone. And because I guess they felt her presence. I don't know who she was, but because she was sort of like crouching down, like ready to pounce on them, but she stood up. And when she stood up, each moment of movement was like in pure isness. That's the only way I could describe it. She moved in a moment by moment centered isness. Oh my goodness, it was like being in the presence of someone that has the strength of 100 supermen. That's how powerful she was. But I couldn't see who she was or what, because she was just shining, like I said, like a white sun, like 100 white suns. Pure, I mean, crystal clear, the bubble around her. And I'm like, well, maybe she'll help us with the presentation. Because my personal self was like in awe to see her there. So I don't know who she is, but I hope she helps us in the presentation, in the projects. So that's my little experience.
Yes, very real, Ramone. Yes, very real. So you'll get a better view on that as time goes. Yes, thank you. So realistically, the physical body is a machine, but we think in terms of what we think machines as, but really that's all it is. It's just a flexible, animated machine is really what it is. It's not us. It has nothing to do with us. It's just something that we're using like a car. So, you know, whether the car is made out of steel or rubber or whatever, you know, buffalo skin, what have you. And so this is how people think of themselves as human. And so we've grown up with all these terms, but haven't been taught that, no, this is just something that we've created to have experience with, to eventually recognize what life is, because we need that comparison. We need an objective and subjective views to finally recognize what life is and be part of it wholly without any restrictions. So, no, it's all fine. It doesn't matter how you see people. They're body types. Aliens, humans, whatever. They're just different body types like Ford, Chevy, Dodge, Toyota. They're just different body types.